Okay, everybody, welcome to Farnworth. I'll drive very carefully, and I quite like the historic coat of arms. I like a mix of gold and dark blue, very shiny. Now let's go and have a look at this incredible neighbourhood of Salford and Greater Manchester. As you can see, a lot of the suburbs in Greater Manchester are your classic red brick terraced houses. And as you can see, there's also a big variation in the amount of decoration, archways over doorways, little features above and below the main windows. And there's been, 1930s additions. These are traditionally anywhere from 1860 to 1960, this style of terraced housing. And they've had various awnings and verandas and coverings added. Now, across the road, I believe at one point that would have been a pub or an accountancy firm, in the 1900s. They had to have a lot of space for all the files and cabinets and paperwork. And now it's an Indian restaurant. Very common to see such a sight here in the north of England. Starlight bedrooms becomes Tarly bedrooms. So I just flipped the camera around to give you guys a quick rant showing my face. And I've not shaved for a few days. And when you're in your early 40s, a bit of salt and pepper stubble on your face can make you look very rough. I look like a crackhead. So what I was going to discuss is the clicking. Can you hear that clicking? I bought a woolly hat in TK Maxx, where I buy a lot of my clothes. Now, the first thing to note about TK Maxx, they will give you the Gestapo treatment interrogation if you try and return a faulty item. You can tell that all the staff in TK Maxx are told to discourage any returns, any exchanges, even for faulty items. But anyway, what we have here is a Fenty design, and this, I've cut the bloody tag off inside because it was so sharp and cutty. But this had a big orange shoelace on it, and it's a Rihanna design. Rihanna, umbrella, Ella. She designed this for Puma, for their Fenty range. This woolly hat was down from £55 recommended retail price, and I picked it up for £7.99, so £8. It keeps the Veitch dome nice and warm, and I had to take the shoelace off. It looked ridiculous. And now I've got a clicky head. But a clicky head is better than being dead. And here at the start of Farnworth, we have a fine example of the lack of names in Greater Manchester. Manchester is obsessed with 4 names: Lowry, Bridgewater, Moor and Moss. And they will always have a combination of those 4 names. It's always the Bridgewater this, the Lowry that, the Moss side this, the Mossfield that, the Moor side this. And it's, for someone who's got some weird form of obsessive compulsive disorder, I just want more names. We go back across the road from the Bridgewater Hotel. And the company here, as you can see, don't need to name it, don't need to plug it, but again, the industrial wastelands of the mid-20th century. You can still see the shells, the husks, the brick buildings, all protected by razor wire. Look at that. Ow, 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 ow. No, it didn't touch me, trust me. A lot of razor wire, and what took my fancy was the peeling paint off the giant diesel tanks, which I assume those are. My viewers will know. They'll be writing comments right now saying, yep, Charlie, you're right, that's a diesel tank. And we come round, look at all the machinations here. First of all, I always like these things here, and designed to, split your wound open and make sure that you don't survive. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at the pressure. What are these ones? Water? Surely they're not still operational. Surely not. But again, it looked pretty good on camera. It looks like this looks like Thomas the Tank Engine if he got addicted to crack and became disabled and got put on stilts. Thomas and his cracky friend William McManus and son W. McManus. He is cash only. And I'm like, what the hell? What is this old shop with the old writing? This is probably from 1972. Look at it. What does he sell in there? I don't know. It's a little pie shop. I don't know. Money laundering operation, if you ask me. Okay. Just off the main drag. Tesco Superstore's right there. We're here at Albert Road. Start of Albert Road. Another shop takes my interest. I don't know what's going on, but thou shall enter with peace, stay in peace, and leave with peace. And I just like the guy's handwriting here. It looks like I've seen this handwriting before somewhere. So a pound of black hats. Look at that. Is this a Jewish thing? Is this the little keeper? Look at that, Jews. Get a good discount here. But I don't think so. I think it's those cheapo ones. So if you look in, what are they selling? Bags, bottles. You want some bottles? Here, have some olive oil bottles. And that's that. You should. I just turned around as I was filming that. People in cars and traffic behind me, staring like with their mouths open. They can't imagine someone in Farnworth would be making a video. Well, there's a first time for everything. And I, you know, following the success, and it was a success, I did a little compilation of walking around Little Holton, and it got 10,000 views. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people watching my little, my little Holton video. So I'm currently watching Fargo season 3, the one with Ewan McGregor ×2, and if he can make Minnesota in the industrial wastelands look nice, in the snow and in the bloody mess, then I can make Little Holton and Farnworth look nice. Now have a look down this street. This is quite nice. Oh wow, they must have a big problem with unannounced salesmen here. I guess it's scamming. You know, they prey on the elderly. They say, madam, we know you're 83 but you need a new roof. Sign these papers, sign these financial forms. Next thing you know, a bunch of scumbags have robbed your granny. There's some United Reformed Church, boring looking building. What's this? Oh God, Co-op Funeral Care. We're all gonna have to deal with it someday. And across the road over there, another one. Don't mind me just looking through your empty shell of a house. And again, here we go, probably built around 1900, 1910. Some brick with some nice design, which is now just flats. It is now just apartments, but I will show you what Massey House used to be. Bit of trivia, Mr. Big was called Paul Massey, shot dead here in Salford, and his killer was given a whole of life term, which means you'll never be released. So let's have a look at the granite rock. Look at that. They liked red brick, but they weren't sure about it, so they thought if we're going to do something important, put it in granite. Farnworth Urban District Council. Oh my God, I was right. 1900. I said 1900 or 1910. I'm not a historian. I'm not an architect. But after a year of doing these amateur historical tours around the north of England primarily, I have got an eye for ages for these I say modern, the modern era. We're now in the postmodern era, so this is all since the Industrial Revolution. Let's continue. Uh-oh, we must be in a poor area. There's a little. There's your Farnworth Health Centre. We zoom out, and here's the fire station. Always fun to have a look at the coat of arms. Let's see who's in chains, who's tied up, who's flag holding. Is that a griffin? Is that a phoenix? Are those meant to be lions? What's with all the towers and the river going through the middle? Ever vigilant, which is the old way of saying never relax. You can't be relaxed if you're vigilant. You can't be chilled if you're a vigilante. Oh God, here we go. Yes, I get it. In fact, I drove through one on Bolton Road in Swinton, in Pendlebury. and there was a group of youths, urban feral youths, firing these cheapo fireworks rockets across the road at each other. It was exciting, it was cool, but we all know if that explodes in your eyeball, that's your eyeball gone, that's you blinded. And yeah, young people and explosives never mix. Here you are, Farnworth Community Fire Station. Looks like it was built in the 70s. A very kind of modernist 70s vibe here. Whilst we're on Whitey, always worth having a quick, let's have a quick look. It won't be very much, but oh my. Yep, that's what I expected. Those trousers inside the boots so that they can jump in, strap them up, boom, they're ready to save lives. And as I keep saying in these videos, everybody, and I mean everybody, loves a fireman. Oh yeah, £1.50 a litre. There's nothing like forcing poor people off the road. Sorry, poor people, you can't drive, we've got to save the environment, sorry. Yep, just a totally random timber yard, because why not? I'm a weirdo. And over there, I don't want to film it from too close because people are fucking weirdos. 99 King Street, look at this lovely renovated old building. Super clean, and now it's a nursery. Very good. You know, Salford is traditionally known as a crime-ridden area. Mostly theft. It's the biggest thing around here is thievery. And I hope my viewers hate thieves as much as I do for the chaos it causes, for the fact it drives prices up for everyone else. You think you're winning when you get something for free, everyone pays more. You think those big corporate directors, the shareholders, you think they suffer? Nah, the only person that suffers is you, from the self-brutality of your soul, and also the community around you. So anyway, what I wanted to say is, you see in Salford, there's a lot of razor wire, a lot of barbed wire, a lot of hooked fences, a lot of very scary looking security systems. And I'll give you an example. We come across here to the University of Bolton. I'll say a few words about the graphic design in a second. But I was like, wow, is this an army base? Is this some military facility? Is this an Israeli weapons manufacturer with pro-Palestinian protesters trying to raid it all the time? No, it's a University of Bolton staff car park. And again, serious metal, serious fencing. And again, all for a car park. And it goes all the way around. Now, in fact, I wanted to just show you, there's a guy working on his Beetle. I'll see if I can get him. I'm on 5x zoom, so we'll try and keep it stable. There he is, Mr. Denham, on his old Beetle, looking very, very good. I love the smell of freshly cut timber and wood. Smells like progress. Smells like civilization. So, where was I? Now, I'll get you the proper shot. I saw this building. Building looks okay. I hope that's wood paneling and not faux wood, as in plastic. But I just wanted to show you the awful, the terrible, the disgusting, the cheap and nasty graphic design. I mean, look at that. I think what happened there, they were in a hurry. They just literally printed out the cover page from a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Times New Roman, put it in italics, boom, print that shit out. Make it 7 meters across and put it on the side of the building. My God, they could have, yeah. I'm speechless. Check this out, I'm in the timber yard. There's a lot of wet wood. There's a big trailer. I'll see it from the other side, you'll see it better, but there's a lot of wet wood waiting to go up those steps to go in. And I'll show you. They're not cooking things like Breaking Bad in the back of the RV. They are blowing hot air onto hung up wet wood. Now, why would they do that? Well, it's obvious. The men that load wet wood into lorries and pump in hot air, I'll tell you what they want. They want what we all want. They want dry wood. There's some good advice, kids. Be socially safe. £1.50 a litre. Get those poor people off the road. We've got a climate to save. It's amazing how much of England actually looks like what you're looking at, and not the Tower of London, red phone box, Beefeater, Tally-ho, tea at the Ritz. Most of it looks like this, guys. Okay everyone, you're looking at the Shakespeare. Interesting design, I would say about 1920. And just the energy walking past. This is a pub to come and fight, to come and kick off. Looks great fun. The guy's now staring at me. He can relax. Okay, we're in the Farnworth Central Park. All looks very nice, very civilized, nice and quiet, away from the traffic noise. But what caught my eye on the way in, I had to come and check to see if there's anything photon worthy for my Veitchlings. But what caught my eye was this nice stone row of houses. It's like an oasis of gentility in an otherwise brash and ugly sea of chaos. Now, you'd forget we're in central Farnworth here, just south of Bolton, in the suburbs of Manchester, and you'd think we could be in a nice little village in Lancashire. Just look at it. Are you done? I'm done. Let's do a little zoom in and then we'll go. Okay, here on Green Street we have sandstone, limestone, traditional stone to my right, and to my left we have red brick, which is red because of the iron oxide content in the clay. It's like rust in the clay. Get it? We'll go to the end and I might run down because it's a cool effect with the wide angle. Oh, that'll do. Okay everybody, this seems to be the Moses Gate Mosque, which is being renovated now. Just reminded me of a story. Yesterday I took my children to school in an Uber taxi, and you know, usually a nice experience, but the taxi driver yesterday morning, he unprompted started talking about his religion, which was Islam, and he pulled out a Quran and waved it at me, at the kids. He then started going on about how, you know, he likes Jesus, likes Mary, likes all the other prophets, but Islam's the final revelation. And then he started saying, I believe in the Old Testament, but I don't in the New Testament. Islam is the only answer. And he started shouting, like, not aggressively shouting, but speaking so loudly that it hurt my ears. And I had to twice. The first time I said, oh, you know, the kids are in the car, it's 8:20 in the morning, let's change the subject. Let's not talk about religion. And then he carried on, and then he changed his tactic to, like, you have to be a good person. You need Islam to be a good person. And I said, dude, come on, man. I don't want to talk about this. Let's talk about something else. And then he got the hint. But he wasn't really that fazed. But I'll tell you what's funny. He wasn't aggressive. He was just very passionate about his religion. And I still gave him 5 stars. Even though my daughter admitted that her ears hurt a little bit from how loud his voice was before I told him to change the subject and to stop. Oh yeah, before I told him to change the subject, I asked him if he could speak less loudly. And I gave him 5 stars because he was fine. And I saw an article saying, like, what does your Uber, you know, as a passenger, what does your Uber rating matter? And I was like, oh shit, didn't even know I had a personal Uber rating. I checked it. I was on 4.79. I was like, what? Which drivers haven't been giving me 5 stars? And, you know, I saw that, you know, it's a kind of like, it's a proto-Chinese social credit system. Uber credit rating for the passengers. I was brought up thinking that if you paid the money, you're good. Everyone wants a paying customer, but not so in the new normal. In the new normal, you rate your customers. I said, oh, you've been a bad customer. So I gave him a 5 star. And I've been polite and nice to every driver. And I realized what it was, why they were marking me down. It's because even though they stopped the law, they cancelled the law saying you had to wear a face mask. Uber policy, apparently, you still have to wear it. And I always make my excuse, either I'm exempt or, sorry sir, I forgot my mask, you know. And they kind of scowl at you in a way that in the old normal, you know, they never would. They would never scowl at a paying customer, but nowadays it's all fair game. And by being nice, I've managed to raise my Uber rating from 4.79 up to 4.81, which I know it's utter bullshit, but again, that kind of weird OCD I have must drive up my social credit score. Right, let's go into Moses Gate now and have a look. Hey everybody, we are at Moses Gate. Obviously you all know who Moses was. Big old Mo. Anyway, when he was performing his cool tricks, he parted it out. There was a big gap. Some clever merchant in the Middle East there in the, you know, back in the good old days said, "Hey Moses, hey Mo, hell of an entrance you've got there. You need a gate for that." And so they exchanged a few shekels and Moses had a gate. And now it's the name of a train station. It's been a while since I could say that I filmed a tomato plant. It's been a while since I could say I think these plants are great. I'm pretty impressed that they are growing so well on November the 12th. I'm pretty cool to say that my viewers love a tomato like me, and anything I can't remember. And that'll do. Oh my god, look at that! Flowers flowering mid-November. Oh, we're all watched over by the Boohoo Man telescreen, and I saw the junk shop. So let's do it live, guys. Let's go in. Let's go in and hope they don't mind me filming, but you know, the kind of people that have interesting shops like this are usually quite understanding of eccentrics like myself, so here we go. Just off the Farnworth main road. What's in there? A little sewing room. So it says junk shop, but all looks pretty lovely to me. Right, so I just want to let something sink in. Just let that sink in, guys. Failed joke. I almost hit my head on the Zimmer frame. Oh, anyone in the market for a Zimmer frame? So there's a lot, you know what? I'm gonna go through some of these old, you know, framed paintings, pictures, photos. Oh wow, it extends. Let's bring the 1960s and the 70s back. Look at that, kind of glossy red leather poofs. Oh, copyrighted music, gotta stay away from that one. Downtown. Right, let's come around here. There might be some human beings. I hear someone.
Morning.
Oh, hi.
Having a look around.
Just having a browse. I hope you don't mind I'm doing a live YouTube thing.
Oh gosh, go ahead.
Excellent. So, action. The nice lady. Now, is that the very faintest Scottish accent I sense on you?
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Five, leaving.
And what's your first name? Just first name?
Faye.
Faye. And Faye, this is your junk shop.
Yes, Faye's Church Shop.
Wow, guys. Well, anyway, for the suburbs of Greater...
Carry on, have fun.
Thanks, Faye. Look at that, guys. She didn't ban me from filming. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Faye. Right. Let's do it, guys. We need to do it, don't we? Let's get this. We gotta get in. We gotta... Faye, who's... Oh, hi, Faye. I said, how much for the gold page, the giant 10-kilo Bible? She says £4. I said, bargain, sold. Let's buy it, guys. Let's buy it. If I could please place it there.